Good day, viewers. My name is Isma'Il Tukur, and here is the news from News and Current Affairs Alumma television station here in Gusau. First, the headlines. Former Minister of Communication Ikra Aliyu Bilbis arraigned to court. Federal Executive Council approves language for primary schools. Court remands Aminu to Kuje prison over First Lady's assault. Former FGBC sentenced to 35 years imprisonment. IGP warns 36 police commissioners from intimidating opposition party. NSA says no governor will deny other aspirants from other political parties. Now the news in details. A former Minister of Communication, Alhaji Ikra Aliyu Bilbis, has finally been arraigned before the Upper Sharia Court 2 in Gusau by the Zamfara State government for alleged vandalization of campaign billboard of the APC in the state. When the case came off, on Wednesday, the presiding judge, Jibril Ibrahim, granted bail to Ikra Aliyu Bilbis, who is the Zamfara State senatorial candidate of People Democratic Party for the 2023 general election. Our correspondent, Ibrahim Abdulmalik, has more on it.
According to the judge, part of the condition for his bail is to produce 2 serving permanent secretaries in the state civil service and a responsible person with a house worth 20 million naira in Gusau, the state capital. The judge therefore adjourned the case to 14th of December 2022 for further hearing. It will be recalled that the former minister was arrested on Tuesday by security operatives over alleged sponsorship of political talks to vandalize campaign billboards, posters, and other items belonging to the APC during a rally in honor of Dr. Dauda Lawal. Earlier, Bilbis was arraigned before a magistrate court 1 in Gusau in the early hours of Wednesday, but when the presiding judge, Abubakar Gurben Bori, after listening to the prosecutor and defense counsel, he transferred the case to Sharia Court 2, Gusau, saying magistrate court lacked powers to entertain such case. That has been the report. Ibrahim Abdul Malik, Al-Umma News.
In related development, a federal higher court sitting in the Capital Territory, Abuja, has ordered the remand of Aminu Muhammad, a student of Federal University Dutse, Jigawa State in Suleja Correctional Center in Niger State, by presiding judge Justice Yusuf Halilu over controversial tweet on First Lady Aisha Muhammad Buhari. Muhammad, who hailed from Azari in Bauchi State, is a final year student at the Department of Environmental Management and Toxicology of Federal University Dutse. He was arrested by the police operative over a tweet that appeared to mock the wife of the president. The tweet, which was posted in Hausa language in June 2022, read, "Sumama Aisha and Chikudin Talakawa Ankoshi." Muhammad tweet accompanied by a photo of Mrs. Buhari, closely translated as "Mama has eaten 4 people's money and now satisfied." The court ordered his remand after his arraignment before court on Wednesday. He is currently being held in Suleja prison pending his bail application will be heard. The Federal Executive Council has approved a national language policy for use in all primary schools across the country. Minister of Education Adamu made this known to State House correspondent at the end of council meeting, which was presided by President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday in Abuja. Adamu said a memo on national policy was approved by the council, so Nigeria now has a national language policy and the details will be given later by the ministry. One of the highlights is that the government has agreed now that henceforth instruction in primary schools, the first 6 years of learning, will be in mother tongue. He explained that Nigeria has 625 languages as at the last count, and the objective of this policy is to promote and enhance the cultivation and the use of all Nigerian languages. He further revealed that the council approved a consultancy services agreement between Joint Admission and Matriculation Board (JAM) and a private company for the upgrade of the portal on which the board record candidates seeking admission into higher institutions of learning. Zamfara Police Command said it has arrested 7 suspects for offenses related to banditry, arms supply, intimidation, to wit extortion, and rescue 14 kidnapped victims after spending 50 days in captivity. This was contained in a statement signed by the police public relations officer, SP Mohammed Shehu, and made available to newsmen in Gusau, the state capital. Ibrahim Abdul Malik will complete the report.
The suspects are Jamilu Mohammed of Gadar Manya village, Zayanu Barmo of Manyan Babba village, Abubakar Usman of Mandau village, Lawali Girkau of Girkau village, Salah Girkau of Girkau village, Abubakar Yahya of Tungarmani village, all in Anka local government. Shehu said that after the investigation, all the suspects confessed to the crime and further stated that part of their criminal activities was to send threatening message to the villages asking to contribute and pay money to them or face attack. They further confessed of receiving millions of naira from 5 different communities. He confirmed that the command have recovered the sum of 700,000 naira as part of levies they collected from the affected villages. However, the command also arrested a female suspect, Gaji Abdullahi of Madachi village in Katsina State, who specialized in supplying arms and ammunition to bandits operating in the state. The command also rescued 15 kidnapped victims, including 2 children from different parts of the state. The Commissioner of Police, CP Kolo Yusuf, while commending the police operatives and vigilantes for the successful rescue operation, congratulates the victims for regaining their freedom and reiterates the command's continuous determination to rid the state of criminal activities and apprehend criminal elements committing heinous crime across the state. That has been the report. Ibrahim Abdul Malik, Al-Umma News.
You are watching the news from Al-Umma television station. Before we go on break, let us remind you of our headlines. Former Minister of Communication, Ikra Aliyu Bilbis, arraigned to court. Federal Executive Council approved language for primary schools. Court remands Aminu to Kuje prison over First Lady assault. Police rescue 15 kidnapped victims in Zamfara. In part 2, one returns. Former FUG-BC sentenced to 35 years imprisonment. IGP warns 36 police commissioners from intimidating opposition party. NSA say no governor will deny other aspirants from other political parties. We'll be right back.
Al-Umma TV, Al-Umma kafar sadarwa. Maraba muke da Al-Umma. Al-Umma kafar sadarwa. Al-Umma kafar sadarwa.
Welcome back. You are watching the news from News and Current Affairs, Al-Umma television station here in Gusau. Now, the rest of the news. A former Vice-Chancellor of Federal University Gusau, Professor Garba Magaji, has been sentenced to 35 years imprisonment over offenses bordering on obtaining money by false pretense to the tune of 260 million naira and alleged forgery. Justice Mariam Hassan of Federal Higher Court sitting in Abuja on Thursday convicted from Magaji after he was found guilty of 5 count charges. According to the EFCC spokesman agency Wilson Ujaren, the former BC was arraigned on October 12, 2021 for allegedly extorting various sums from a contractor on the pretense of awarding him a 3 billion contract for the perimeter wall fences of the university. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Baba, has directed police commissioners in the 36 states to dismantle campaign bottlenecks put in place by the governors to prostrate their opponent. The IGP made this known while speaking at the 2022 Political Party Summit organized by the Inter-Party Advisory Council on Wednesday in Abuja. This is even as the IGP and the chairman of Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) Abdurrashid Bawa bore to arrest and prosecute thought obstructing campaign by the opposition political parties and politicians indulging in vote buying during the 2023 poll. Baba, who was represented by the Deputy Inspector of Police Operation Nandaura Mustafa, specifically noted that all commissioners of police must provide security for the political parties embarking on electioneering campaign in all the nook and cranny of any state. He said any commissioner who failed to carry out his responsibility within the ambit of the law and decided to dance to the tunes of governors will be removed. Baba therefore directed all the commissioners of police that on no account shall any serving or sitting governor stop other political parties from conducting their campaign in their respective state. In another development, the National Security Advisor, Major General Babagana Mungunu, retired, warned state governors employing the use of talk to prevent opposition from mounting campaign materials in their domain. At a ministerial briefing held at the State House on Wednesday, Babagana further warned that there will be no hiding place for the perpetrators when the law enforcement agencies take steps. The NSA, who was reacting to the report of the state governors implementing policies that prevent the presence of opposition campaign material in their state, blamed the action on what he called inferiority complex. Again, he cautioned the governors to restrain their talks in what he described as Cabo regime, reminding that the President Muhammadu Buhari had given clear directives that the 2023 general election must be free, fair, and credible. That is the news from Aluma television station. But before we go, let us remind you of our major headlines. Former Minister of Communication, Ikra Aliu, arraigned to court. You heard that Federal Executive Council approves language for primary schools. You also heard that former FUG BC sentenced to 35 years imprisonment. And we also told you that IGP warned 36 police commissioners from intimidating opposition party. And NSA said no governor will deny other aspirants from other political parties. Be a patriotic citizen and report any suspicious movement around you. On behalf of the production crew, the news editor, I am Isma'Il Tukur saying bye for now.